Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking at the best marksman rifle in Modern Warfare 2019. If this is your first time here and you're enjoying this content, please leave a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then let's get started. Let me start by saying that after analyzing all marksman rifles, I came to the conclusion that all marksman rifles are not very good when compared with other guns in the game. You're better off using an assault rifle or a sniper rifle instead. Also, doing this comparison got me wondering, what is the difference between marksman rifles and sniper rifles? One thing is that the aiming speed is so much faster with a marksman rifle. So in terms of playstyle, marksman rifles are generally designed for close to medium range, fast-paced gameplay. The second thing I noticed is that if you're using a sniper, you can pretty much get a one-shot kill anywhere except the legs, and it's not restricted to the chest only like the marksman rifles. That is, if you're using a sniper rifle that is not the Dragunov. So that's what I want to say in terms of differences. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Let's start with the best marksman rifle in the game, the EBR-14. This is a reliable gun where you can get a two-shot kill from almost any reasonable range. You can almost guarantee that it's always going to be a two-shot kill. And as a bonus, you can get a one-shot kill if you go for the head, which is very cool. Also, it is a semi-auto rifle, so if you happen to miss your shots or happen to encounter too many enemies at once, you can quickly react and get your kills. Another positive about this gun is that it uses a mag, unlike the MK2 where it loads individual shots. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer if the gun uses a mag. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. Now that I talked about the good, let's talk about the bad. If we are talking about numbers, 2 shots for a kill is not very good, considering the fact that other marksman rifles can get a one-shot kill. And let me emphasize that they can get a one-shot kill, but that's not always the case. So in my opinion, having a reliable 2-shot kill is better than not knowing how many shots it would take to kill your next target. Another bad thing about this gun is something very personal, so you guys might not agree. I am talking about how the gun feels. It doesn't feel satisfying to use and it doesn't sound very powerful. But again, that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So in my opinion, the EBR-14 is the best marksman rifle in Modern Warfare. The second best marksman rifle is the MK2 Carbine. This was very hard for me to do since it's very similar to the Kar98, so hear me out. So, one good thing about this gun is that you can get a one-shot kill in the chest as well as a one-shot kill in the head, which is exactly like the Kar98. But what I'll say next will explain why I think this gun is better than the Kar98. The lever action is so much faster than the bolt action of the Kar98, giving you a good chance to recover if you miss a shot or if you encounter a lot of enemies at once. Also, the gun is so accurate and feels very satisfying to shoot. This is the main reason why I feel that the MK2 is better than the Kar98. I cannot explain why, but it's one of those things where stats don't matter and you have to see the actual performance of the gun. Because if you compare stats of the MK2 and the Kar98, you might jump to the conclusion that the Kar98 is the better weapon. But with that said, there are still some bad things about the MK2. So first off, getting a one-shot kill is not consistent. So when you're running around and shooting people, of course, your accuracy will not be 100%. So if you miss the chest just a little bit, it's not a one-shot kill, which is very annoying and very unreliable. So sometimes you'll be having an awesome time getting one-shot kills, but then suddenly, at the worst time, you'll get a hit marker, and then you're just dead. Another minor complaint about this gun is that it takes some time to reload since it's loading individual shots, not a mag. Also, although I said that the lever action is faster than the bolt action, it is still a disadvantage, especially if the enemy is fast enough to react. So that's my opinion on the second best marksman rifle in Modern Warfare. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now let's move on. Next, we have the Kar 98K. I have already mentioned that it's very similar to the MK2, but the difference is that this gun has a better range and it uses a bolt action instead of a lever action. Also, it has a slightly faster reload time. Also, similar to the MK2, the gun is unreliable because it's not a consistent one-shot kill, which is something I already mentioned when I was talking about the MK2. But my main problem with this gun is its accuracy. You can be aiming directly at the enemy and still miss the shot. Also, the bolt action doesn't help because the enemy can quickly react and get you killed before you load your next shot. Also, I said that this gun has a slightly better range than the MK2, but it's not noticeable enough to make this gun better than the MK2. If the range was noticeable, I would have put this at the number 2 spot, but it wasn't. I tried putting attachments on it, but I still didn't see a huge difference. Another problem I have is that the gun doesn't feel good to use like the MK2. It doesn't sound good and it doesn't feel satisfying to shoot like the MK2. But again, that's my own opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now let's talk about the worst marksman rifle in the game, the Crossbow. The Crossbow just sucks. Aside from the fact that you can get a one-shot kill from almost any distance, this gun, or shall I say bow, has nothing to offer. So the first problem is the arrow velocity. When you shoot, the arrow travels so slow that you're most probably going to miss, especially with targets that are further away. You have to make sure that your target stays stationary until your arrow reaches. So that's the first problem. The second problem is the accuracy. The accuracy is so bad that you can be aiming directly at the enemy, shoot, and still miss the shot. I don't know why this happens, but it does. So that's the second problem. The third problem is the reload time. The reload is very, very, very slow. If you miss your shot, you're dead. You don't get a second chance. You'll be dead before you load your next shot, unless you switch to your secondary or your enemy happens to be blind. The fourth problem is that one-shot kills only apply to the chest and the head. Now I know it doesn't make sense to get a one-shot kill when shooting at the foot or arms, but come on, this is a video game, nobody cares. So even if you land your shot on the target but land it in the wrong place, you're still going to die. It would have made this bow a little bit better if it was a one-shot kill anywhere in the body. So yes, it's the worst marksman rifle in the game. If you went through the hassle to unlock it, I feel sorry for you. But if you didn't, don't bother yourself. It's not worth it. If you are interested to see the best sniper rifle in Modern Warfare 2019, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the video when it comes out. This was the best marksman rifle in Modern Warfare 2019. Peace.